They were America's picture-perfect family in 1969. But 5 decades later, time has transformed them beyond recognition. Here's the shocking truth about the Brady Bunch cast in 2026, and why you'd never recognize them today. Robert Reed as Mike Brady. Robert Reed was born on October 19, 1932, in Highland Park, Illinois, and was 37 years old when he stepped into the role of Mike Brady in The Brady Bunch in 1969. As the calm, wise, and endlessly patient patriarch, he became the emotional anchor of the show and one of the most recognizable fathers in American television. Even as he continued working in television and theater through the 1980s, the loneliness and anxiety shaped much of his later years, all while he tried to maintain the image of America's ideal father. Robert Reed died on May 12, 1992, at the age of 59, from colon cancer complicated by HIV-related illnesses. Florence Henderson as Carol Brady. Florence Henderson was born on February 14, 1934, in Dale, Indiana, and she was 35 years old when she took on the role of Carol Brady in The Brady Bunch in 1969. As the cheerful, compassionate matriarch of the blended Brady family, she became one of the most beloved TV mothers in American pop culture, embodying warmth and optimism in every episode. The condition affected her stage work and live singing appearances after The Brady Bunch, yet she pushed through with characteristic determination, taking roles in theater, variety shows, and guest appearances throughout the 1970s and 1980s. Florence Henderson passed away on November 24, 2016, at the age of 82, due to heart failure. Barry Williams as Greg Brady. Barry Williams was born on September 30, 1954, in Santa Monica, California, and was just 15 years old when he became Greg Brady in The Brady Bunch in 1969. As the handsome eldest son with surfer charm and effortless charisma, he quickly rose to teen idol status, gracing magazine covers and capturing the hearts of young viewers across America. The 1980s and 1990s, Williams became entangled in legal disputes, including a lawsuit involving a former manager, while his personal life suffered through multiple failed relationships and a painful divorce. Still, he continued fighting for a place in the entertainment world, embracing nostalgia-driven appearances and revivals as a way to reconnect with fans who never forgot him. In 2026, Barry Williams is 70 years old, now living a quieter, more content life with his younger wife, Maureen McCormick as Marcia Brady. Maureen McCormick was born on August 5, 1956, in Los Angeles, California, and was just 13 years old when she became Marcia Brady in The Brady Bunch in 1969. As the picture-perfect eldest daughter, beautiful, popular, and endlessly cheerful, she quickly became one of television's biggest teen idols. In the decades that followed, she re-emerged in Hollywood with renewed stability, eventually winning hearts again through appearances on programs like Dancing with the Stars, where audiences saw a stronger, more honest version of the woman they once adored. Today, Maureen McCormick is 68 years old. She lives quietly, dedicating her time to charity work and occasional television appearances. Eve Plum as Jan Brady. Eve Plum was born on April 29, 1958, in Burbank, California, and was only 11 years old when she joined The Brady Bunch in 1969 as Jan Brady, the sensitive middle child, constantly overshadowed by her older sister Marcia. Over time, Plum shifted her focus to painting, a passion that offered both creative freedom and a quiet refuge from the pressures of fame. Her artwork eventually gained recognition, helping her rebuild a private, stable life away from the industry that had once consumed her childhood. Now, in 2026, Eve Plum is 66 years old. She lives a largely private, low-profile life, dedicating most of her time to her art and occasionally appearing at Brady Bunch reunion events. Susan Olsen as Cindy Brady. Susan Olsen was born on August 14, 1961, in Santa Monica, California, and was only 8 years old when she stepped into the role of Cindy Brady on The Brady Bunch in 1969. With her signature pigtails, bright smile, and innocent charm, she quickly became one of the most recognizable child stars of the era, the adorable youngest Brady who captured America's heart. One of the most difficult chapters came when she co-hosted a Los Angeles radio show and was fired after making politically charged remarks during an on-air argument, a scandal that reignited debates about child star pressure and the long-term effects of early fame. Despite the setback, Olsen continued to focus on artistic projects and advocacy work, using her experiences to speak openly about bullying and media scrutiny. By 2026, Susan Olsen is 63 years old. She lives a quiet life centered on art, creativity, and raising her son, appearing only occasionally at nostalgic Brady events. Christopher Knight as Peter Brady. Christopher Knight was born on November 7, 1957, in New York City, and was only 11 when he joined the Brady Bunch in 1969 as Peter Brady, the earnest, good-hearted middle son whose expressive reactions made him one of the show's standout personalities. His most public relationship came in the mid-2000s when he starred in the reality series My Fair Brady alongside model Adrienne Curry. Their age-gap romance generated headlines, but the relationship unraveled under the glare of reality TV, ending in a painful and very public divorce in 2012. Afterward, Knight stepped back from Hollywood once again, choosing stability and privacy over the relentless scrutiny of fame. In 2026, Christopher Knight is 67. Though visibly older, he lives a steady, grounded life and remains a warmly welcomed presence at fan conventions and Brady reunions. Mike Lookinland as Bobby Brady. Mike Lookinland, born on December 19, 1960, in Mount Pleasant, Utah, was just 8 years old when he joined the Brady Bunch in 1969 as Bobby Brady. With his mischievous charm, boundless energy, and natural comedic timing, he quickly became one of the show's most beloved child stars. By the 1980s and 1990s, his personal struggles deepened, culminating in a serious battle with alcohol addiction. His lowest moment came in 1997 when he was arrested for DUI after a late-night crash, an incident that forced him to confront the gravity of his situation and the long-lasting wounds of childhood fame. Determined to rebuild his life, Lookinland left acting and found steady work behind the camera, spending years as a film production and camera technician. As he committed to sobriety and mended relationships damaged by addiction, the quiet life away from fame gave him space to heal, grow, and build a more intentional, peaceful future. Now, Mike Lookinland is 64 years old. Living a quiet, private life with his wife in Utah, he continues to work occasionally in film production and remains a nostalgic favorite at Brady reunions. Ann B. Davis as Alice Nelson. Ann B. Davis was born on May 3, 1926, in Schenectady, New York, and was 43 years old when she joined the Brady Bunch in 1969 as Alice Nelson, the warm-hearted, quick-witted housekeeper who became the show's comedic soul. Her later years were marked by declining mobility, but Davis remained active in her religious community and continued participating in charitable activities. Ann B. Davis passed away on June 1, 2014, at the age of 88, after suffering a tragic fall in her home that caused severe head trauma. Alan Melvin as Sam Franklin, Sam the Butcher. Alan Melvin was born on February 18, 1923, in Kansas City, Missouri, and was 46 years old when he first appeared on the Brady Bunch as Sam Franklin, better known as Sam the Butcher. His final years were marked by a difficult and prolonged battle with cancer. Although he faced his illness privately, he continued doing voice work for as long as possible, holding on to the craft that had defined his life for more than 5 decades. Alan Melvin passed away on January 17, 2008, at the age of 84, due to complications from cancer. 5 decades later, the Brady Bunch still feels warm and bright, but the lives behind those perfect smiles were filled with battles none of us ever saw. Some rose again, some disappeared, and others left us far too soon. Which Brady story shocked you the most? Comment below. And don't forget to subscribe for more untold Hollywood journeys.